the psychology of inner peace and happiness. Peace and happiness both go together. There is a symbiotic relationship between these two concepts. Peaceful people report more happiness, and happier people tend to have more peace. The definition of peace is freedom from disturbance. It is tranquility or serenity. What we are talking about today is inner peace, which leads to other forms of peace. What are the best strategies for managing stress according to psychology? Managing bodily reactions. This is through exercise, meditation, progressive relaxation, and guided imagery. Next, we have modifying ineffective behavior. This is through slowing down, organizing, striking a balance, recognizing and accepting your limits, seeking social support, and writing about your feelings. And finally, we have counteracting upsetting thoughts. This is through coping statements and lightening up. Psychologists have now firmly established that stress affects our physical health. Stress can be a major behavioral risk factor if it is prolonged or severe, but it is not always bad, and that's because stress is the mental and physical condition that occurs when we adjust or adapt to the environment. Positive activities naturally produce stress as well as negative activities, and this type of good stress is called eustress. Stress can affect the immune system in ways that increase susceptibility to disease. This is because of the brain link between the brain and the immune system. The immune system is regulated in part by the brain. Stress causes the body to release substances that increase inflammation. This is part of the body's self-protective response to threats, but it can prolong infections and delay healing. But reducing stress can help prevent illness. There is evidence that stress management can improve the chances of survival in people with life-threatening diseases. Here are some more things to help you with peace and happiness. These are elements of positive mental health. These came straight out of my psychology book. Personal autonomy and independence, skilled interpersonal communication, genuineness and honesty with the self and other. So you have to be honest with yourself as well as others. Sensitivity, nurturance, and trust. Self-awareness and motivation for personal growth. Motivation for personal growth is so big. Committed and loving personal relationships. This is huge. Okay, we have to be around people that are happy and peaceful and that who are committed and loving, because it's just so important. Capacity to forgive others and oneself, self-control and personal responsibility, personal values and a purpose in life. Values are what's most important to you. Feelings of personal worth, a sense of identity, good habits of physical health. That one's huge too, and I feel like a lot of people need to hear that. Fulfillment and satisfaction in work, and adaptive coping strategies for managing stress and crisis. Happiness has many definitions, but it is often described as involving positive emotions and life satisfaction. Happiness is the feeling of truly enjoying your life. It is a feeling of pleasure and positivity. Happiness is a choice, not just a feeling. And happy people are not held hostage by their circumstances. And they do not seek happiness in people or possessions. Okay? That's huge. When you Google, what does psychology say about happiness? It says that happy people do not seek happiness in people or possessions. To me, happiness brings clarity in general. Happiness is the truest, innermost you that you can be. Happiness is how your soul really is. It is the most accurate perception that you can have of reality. When you are happy, you see things, everything, way more clearly. I'm just saying, to me, it's true. Now let's get into how to be happier, and this applies to anyone. Life satisfaction, emotional experiences, personal factors, and goals are what contribute to happiness, I learned in psychology class. But actually, life events and demographic factors have relatively little influence on happiness. You are high in life satisfaction if you strongly agree with the following statements. So far, I have gotten the important things that I want in life. If I could live my life over, I would change almost nothing. In most ways, my life is close to my ideal. With emotional experiences that we go through, it is up to the individual's perception, interpretation, and management of those that determine happiness. People who are good at handling life's hard knocks tend to create their own luck. People with goals tend to be happy if they are meeting their personal goals. This is especially true if people feel they are making progress on a day-to-day basis. However, attaining goals that do not express our deeper interests and values may add little to happiness. Knowing that you are not your past helps a lot with people's happiness level as well. And I'm just gonna say that one more time. Knowing that you are not your past helps people a lot with their happiness level as well, because how concepts are learned. Concept formation is literally based on experience with positive and negative instances. So literally you can beat anything that you've been through. It does not matter what you have been through. You can be happy. You probably don't have any real reason to be less happy in the present. And when I say less happy, I mean you deserve all the happiness that a person can feel. Happiness comes from kindness to other people. I know something very valuable at a young age, and that is that thankfulness for life is the key to happiness. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you.